Welcome to a very, very fun and immersive episode of Two Beers and a Mic, where we have a Sweet 16 filling out a bracket challenge. We do a beer review with another Deep Ellum favorite, another Dallas favorite, and then we end it with a very, very knowledgeable discussion on what and what not to do at specific grocery stores. We'll get more into that later, but welcome to another episode of Two Beers and a Mic. Here we go.
Hey guys,
How you doing there, bud?
we're doing good. How are you?
We're back. We're back and ready for action. It's been a first crazy couple of first two rounds
Getting
in the
things set
March
up.
Madness. Oh yeah. Getting everything, a lot of upsets, a lot of craziness going on. And we have a bracket right here that we're going to fill out.
We do.
But first, this wouldn't be Two Beers and a Mic without
Some weird conversation.
absolutely. There were some teams out there that were sliced, that were diced, and that just brings up one very big question I have for you, Stone. Is, are you circumcised?
I can say that I am.
Me as well.
You are?
Yes.
Do you know anybody that's not?
I don't. I think there was one kid that I played football with in high school, but obviously I never looked.
Yeah, it just
Not
may have
my
made
cup
its
of
way
tea,
across your face.
But the guy told us he did. I don't
Oh.
know. Again, like, he was kind of one of those guys that never showered with us after morning practice. So it was
Fair.
like, and
Yeah.
like, maybe he was embarrassed of it.
Yeah.
But
or maybe
yeah.
he didn't want to make y'all embarrassed.
yeah, I just think, like,
Been in that
when you have a
situation.
child,
Yeah.
in the future, are you going to have them circumcised?
Probably so. Probably so. I think it's more of a generational thing than it is anything else. I think if your family is known for doing it and
Yeah.
people in your family have done it, then I think that you're going to be more susceptible to having your own kids do it. But I heard, man, like on a medical side of things, like there's a lot more risk or a lot higher risk of infection if you're not circumcised.
Absolutely.
So just with gunk getting in between,
Yeah.
that's kind of
It's kind of like when you eat a Chipotle burrito, right? And you just find that little bit of sour cream that creeps its way in the folds.
right.
Use that as a visual if you may.
Yeah.
But if it stays in there and you put that in the fridge,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
come
kinda
back
like-
a week later.
Kind of like a little extra food on your mustache
Yeah.
whenever you're done eating. It's just-
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people go, full no hood, but then some people go full Belichick. They keep that
true.
hood on for real. But apparently, as we get circumcised, it's taking away more pleasure from intercourse because you're snipping away like
Your
some really
nerves.
important nerve endings, is what I've heard.
Well, dang.
But, like, where do you draw the line on, like, would you rather have, like, more tingly time?
Yeah.
Or would you rather
More tingly
or would
time.
you rather have a UTI?
That's very true.
Or, maybe STD sneaks its way up in that fold that wouldn't typically if you, had the hood down.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't know.
I'm out. I'm out. I don't want it.
but-
I'm glad I am the way that I am. And I heard that it's also a religious thing.
Yes.
So
Yes.
people who claim to be religious, that they're known for circumcising their kids,
Yeah.
which is great. I mean,
Do what you're
I'm not sure the biblical principle behind it, so which is quite sad. But no,
I
don't
know that there is a story in the Bible that talks about this grown man who turned, I think, so I don't want to speak like about the Bible that I don't know exactly, so I'm
Yeah.
just going to kind of spitball here.
Right.
And this is how I think it goes.
Right.
I should know it, but I don't. I'm just going to spitball it. But there was one man who decided as an adult to follow Christ and
Mhm.
his walk, and as a grown man, he joined, I think it's the Jewish community is what is known for doing it and like
Right.
cutting it off. And as a grown man, he had to get it sliced.
Oh, dude.
And so as a child, like as a baby, you know, you don't have those hormones yet, but like
And it's easy to heal.
if you get it done as an adult, you can't have an erection
Mm-mm.
for like weeks or else you'll break your stitches.
It's like that episode of Shameless. Have you ever
Yes.
watched Shameless?
Yeah.
Oh, what was the little brother's name?
Not Finn. No.
No. All
I don't
right. Oh, I used to be a shameless lover.
Anyway, little brother.
Yeah, the little brother was trying to impress this girl by getting himself circumcised, and so he did it like 3 different times because he kept getting erections during it. Oh, dude, can you imagine just splitting open? God, part like the Red Sea.
Oh, that just hurts my
genitalia,
my brain. Yeah, thinking about it. Yeah.
I feel you.
But I feel like it's kind of like a boring, just going through the motions thing when, like, you know. So here's what brought this up to me.
Mhm.
So I wanted to talk about this because I think, and I wanted to know your opinion on it. I think if you know you're the dad and your wife's been going through all this, you know, this basically trauma of
Mhm.
having a child, you
Mhm.
know, the pain, the anguish, you know, all the fatigue, you know, all
Yeah.
the stuff, and then they just take your baby away just to cut his penis.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, here, we got snip, and then you know, baby's crying. I mean, obviously we didn't feel it or remember how painful it was, but I mean,
Right.
my gosh. But I think, like, man, if you're like, I know me if I was like the dad in that situation, I'd want them to be like, hey man, like, how do you want it done? You know, we
Right.
got the OG method, you know, the scalpel.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, just, you know, scalpel me.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, but I think, like, give us some options, man. Like, how
Tell
cool
me.
would it be, like, throwing star? You know,
You better have some
hold,
dang good aim.
hold the baby up, Mafusa.
Mufasa.
What is it?
Mufasa.
Mufasa style, and just be like, aim away, doctor. You know, chink. You know,
He would definitely have to be a certified throwing star professional.
Oh yeah,
But it's okay.
but I'd pay for that.
I mean, he's had 16 years of schooling. He can do another
Yeah.
6 months.
Why do they not teach that in medical school?
It's a great question.
Lightsaber.
Oh, dude.
Just.
You're just one click of the button.
Yeah,
Whoom,
done.
and it's gone.
Gone.
You
Might
should get like a
smell-
little certificate with how you got it done. Like
Yes.
like on your birth certificate, be like
Oh, yeah.
circumcised by lightsaber.
One, like,
Do you know how much of a coolness factor you would add to yourself?
that would go, yes, because when people would ask, like, even if you were Jewish and you'd be like, how did you get it done? Well, we'd be like, huh, not the lame way you did it. With a
Right.
scalpel.
Right.
Mine was, you know, I have a video. You want to see? Freaking
Video, right.
lightsabered off.
2023, you could definitely have a video of it.
But yeah, what's the
I had to
best way
choose-
that you would have your child have his penis altered?
Excalibur,
Ooh, broadsword.
broadsword.
Oh shoot.
He's gonna be, you know, the doctor's gonna be working tedious, if you know what I mean. So, but I think the broadsword would add a level of power.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Just to say that you've been cut open by Excalibur and then put back together.
Then you get to keep the broadsword.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a little mark on.
I think that's
where-
fair.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. If you provide the broadsword,
Right.
just make sure it's not rusted
Rusted or
you know,
dull.
Yeah, you know, might take a minute.
Yeah.
But
More like a saw blade.
yeah, I gotta go with. Yeah, I gotta say lightsaber. As much of a
Lightsaber
I
would
got
be
my
cool.
R2 here. You know, I gotta go lightsaber. I think. But yeah. So
That'd be pretty sick. Just one slice down the middle.
yeah, shink. What
Nice.
lightsaber? Whose lightsaber though?
Probably. What's the dude with the dual lightsaber?
Ooh, Maul.
Yeah, just whomp, whomp.
Yeah, just
You're good.
Get both sides. Or Ahsoka, she's got kind of a dual lightsaber thing going on too.
Oh yeah,
That's another discussion for another.
yeah. We go on.
Anyway,
Anyway, we
Yeah.
have a whole bracket here, don't we?
yeah, we're gonna fill out this bracket here. So I'll give you the honors first. We've had a very, 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 man, just like insane start. I mean, after I want to say like 8 games, there was no perfect brackets left, or even if there was, it was like 0.01%.
Right.
We're talking a 16 seed beating a 1 seed. We're talking Princeton, a 15 seed, making it to the Final Four. I think the left side of this bracket is looking a lot more diverse than the right side. The right side's kind of like what you would almost imagine. Arkansas creeping in, you know, as an 8 seed's kind of like is very impressive. But
Yeah.
you know, the fact that the right side's mostly 1, 2, 3, 4s, and you're rocking over here on the left side, and you're rocking a 15, a 9, a 7, a lot of higher numbers than you would typically see in a Sweet 16
Right.
matchup.
A lot of lower numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lower seeds.
lower seeds. Yeah.
So yeah, why don't you why don't you go ahead and give us you grab the expo marker right there, and we're gonna
let's see. All right, so I'm just gonna put a letter for each one.
That's smart.
That way it's easy. I'm gonna start over here with Alabama. I think Alabama's gonna come out of that.
Okay.
Just because, man, I don't think San Diego State has the size, so I don't think that they're gonna be able to get it done offensively.
Okay.
I think Alabama has a very solid defense, and so I think they're just going to expose them, unfortunately, with their height and their athletic ability. But SDSU has a good team, so might pull an upset.
Yeah.
Next one, I don't know much about Creighton or Princeton, but I'm going to go ahead and go Princeton because I want the underdog to win.
Big upset.
Big upset. I'm going for the big upset. And then it would be super cool if Princeton beat Alabama.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be huge.
That would be one of the biggest games of the year for sure. Florida Atlantic and Tennessee. I'm going to go Tennessee. Tennessee's been looking pretty solid, and
absolutely.
Off of their win with Texas, right? I think that they're going into the Elite Eight pretty solid.
Okay.
K-State versus Michigan State. I think that's going to be a really good game. I think that's going to be the best game of the Sweet 16 on the left side here. What is that conference wise?
Who's K-State?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like in their what do you mean?
Like the left side of the bracket compared to the right side of the bracket.
I think you have like the Northwest Division, the Southwest Division, the Northeast Division, and the Southeast Division.
Gotcha.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't really write that down.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know divisions
either.
of everybody. I know that K-State's in Pac-12, right? Or Pac-10.
K-State is Big 12.
Big 12.
Michigan State is I want it.
Big 12 too, no?
Yeah, I want to
Are they
no
Pac-10?
They're not Pac. They might be SEC.
No, they're not SEC.
Where's Michigan?
Michigan's
Texas?
Up north.
Yeah. Oh, Big 10.
Big 10.
Yeah, they're a Big 10
That's what
team.
it is. Okay, not Pac-10.
So K-State is definitely Big 12. Then you have Big 12. Then you have the Big 10. Big 10?
I thought it was Pac-10.
No, that used to be Pac-10. Now it's Pac-12.
Oh.
I think they're actually. Now that they're switching it all around, who knows now? But
okay.
I think it's the Big 10.
Right. Okay. No worries. I still think K-State's going to take that game though. So
okay,
they came off a win against who is that? Kentucky. Yeah. So they came off a good win against Kentucky. We've got a cool story about K-State here in a little bit, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I'm really rooting for them. So I've got Alabama facing Princeton and Tennessee facing K-State.
Nice.
And then for my right side over here, Houston, Miami. Man, everybody's been talking about how strong Houston is.
They earned that 1 seed for sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to go with Houston right there. Oh wait, I said Tennessee beat Texas. Tennessee definitely did not beat Texas.
Yeah, I don't remember who Tennessee beat in the second round.
Yeah, who did they?
Mark. No,
Penn
that was
State?
Michigan State. No, Penn State lost to Texas.
That's okay. That's why I was
That's what
confused.
we were talking about,
Okay. My bad.
That's okay.
So Xavier in Texas. Then I'm gonna go with Texas. Got to go with Texas. Texas. Would. I'd rather UT win than Houston. Arkansas and UConn. For all my Woo Pig Suey fans, I'm gonna go Arkansas right there. I know a lot of people who would love to see them make it to the Final Four. And then Gonzaga and UCLA. So, man, Gonzaga shows up every year in the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really make it past it though.
Yeah.
And UCLA is a known championship team. They've made it to the finals before. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They've been in this situation before. And Gonzaga just seems to kind of lose their edge, the deeper they get into the series.
So they always seem to come out, like you said, very hot, and they always are a fan favorite. And the fact that they're ranked number 3 is kind of like a down year for them typically.
Right. Normally they're 1 or 2.
Yeah, they're a dominant force. And then they just let you down.
Yeah.
I feel like they're one of those teams that just like at some point they're gonna Yeah, they just let you
Just
down
make
in the
those errors.
tournament.
Yeah,
They
they
look
make small
so
errors.
good.
Yeah,
Yes, and then I don't know what it is, but I think I think you have a good
yeah,
pick there if you're picking
yeah.
UCLA.
I think I'm gonna go with the UCLA right here. So
Okay.
go with. Sorry for my Miami fans. That's not the Miami U. It's UCLA. But yeah, I think that's a solid 16.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do the rest of them?
Yeah, finish it
All
out.
right,
Finish it
bet.
out. We're going to finish out this
So
bracket.
I'm gonna go Princeton just because I want Princeton to beat Alabama,
Okay.
and then over K-State or Tennessee, I still want to see K-State win. So we're gonna go K-State. Over Gonzaga UCLA and Arkansas, we're gonna go Arkansas.
Wow.
So I really want to see those pigs win for whatever reason. And then Texas and Houston, I already said would rather Texas win.
And then we have down here below, we can move our 2 out of the way. I have the Final Four bracket down there.
Oh, sick.
Over so maybe people can
So
see.
that would be Princeton and K-State.
Yep.
And then that would be Texas and Arkansas.
Yep.
That would be a really fun game to go to.
Absolutely. I like that as a Final Four. I think it's teams that you don't typically see. You know, you're not seeing those.
When was the last time you saw Arkansas in the Final Four?
I can't think of it.
Oh, that was I will say I think it was a statistic that I'd seen that it was like before 2021 they were 0-10 against I think top 5 teams.
Wow.
Or top 10 teams
In the tournament?
Yeah, in the tournament.
Wow.
And so they were 0-10 and since 2021 they're 2-0.
Oh shoot.
So, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but
hey, statistics don't lie.
and I'm going to tell you I'll even go ahead and finish it out. I would love to see K-State and Arkansas go at it.
Oh shoot.
So that's going to be my pick right there.
Who you got winning it all?
Man, just after watching that story about Bro, I would love to see Keontae Johnson. I would love to see K-State win. I think that would be just a cool moment for your senior year, you know.
Yeah.
He's not really nobody ever knows how great he could have been necessarily. But not to say that he's any less of a player. Because he's still a wonderful player.
Absolutely.
But,
if I might dive into that story if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
It's a great feel good story. Keontae Johnson, he played for Florida, I want to say, 2 years ago. He played for Florida, collapsed on the floor in the middle of a game. Heart stopped. Was in a coma, was brought to the local hospital, was in a coma for 3 days. Woke up, thank God, and after a couple years, or a long time of getting a lot of medical advice from people, he was finally told, you know what, yeah, man, like you can play. Like
Right.
Florida, unfortunately, wouldn't bring him back for liability reasons.
Right.
Which I understand.
Yeah.
But then he transferred over to K-State. Started playing for them. They were not projected to be good at all. I think they were projected like one of the last 3 teams in the Big 12 this year. Ended up pulling out a great season, being ranked a 3 seed in the tournament.
Yeah, they did.
He hit a huge 3-pointer that kind of sent them into the point where they were easily going to be able to beat Kentucky at the end there.
Right.
Even their slow start against Kentucky, they were down like I want to say double digits, early into the first half.
Yeah.
And just their consistent play and him hitting that dagger 3 to put him up, I want to say like 5 or 6 with, less than a minute left was huge.
I agree.
And, just a great feel good story for him and just happy for him and his family just to be able to see him, go on. And I agree. I think K-State winning it all would be awesome to see.
Dude, the 30 for 30 on that on ESPN would be so sick.
Yeah, that would be one everyone would have to watch. I think, like, if you don't, like, what are you doing?
Right. How would you feel, though, knowing that, like, it's completely out of your control and the love, like, your life, right, is just immediately gone and you don't know if it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, when he was laying in that hospital, he was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play again.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
How do you feel you would personally cope with that?
I think it's one of those situations that you don't, like, you just have to continually remind yourself, like, what you're what you're grateful for and what
Right.
you have, because in an instant, just like him, it could have been taken all away.
Exactly.
And the fact that it wasn't, and he was able to come back and he was able to actually play, and because I mean,
And be a
think about it.
star at that. Like anybody can, or I say anybody, not many. There are not many people that are going to come back off of something like that and still remain a top tier player. You know?
No, definitely. And I think the fact that probably what 90 out of 100 or 95 out of 100 people that ever experience what he did are never going to be told you can play again.
Right.
And the fact that he was, and that he went out there and he trained and he did all the, he did his due diligence.
Right.
And now he's back out there balling out for K-State, and they're in the Sweet 16.
Right.
So
would love to see them win.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna get a K-State shirt now.
Oh shoot. Yeah. Amazon, baby.
Yeah. All right, let's see what you got for your bracket here, man.
I think, let me move this mic around a little bit. I definitely think the way Bama's been playing, I mean, San Diego State's been very, very, very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But I just can't see anyone getting past Alabama right now, so I'm gonna go with them. That right there. That's where that's going. Yeah, yeah, that'll work. Erase that real quick. Creighton and Princeton. I mean, as much as I'd love to see Princeton win,
yeah,
I just don't think it's gonna happen.
I hear you.
So I'm gonna rock with Creighton here. Florida Atlantic, Tennessee. Tennessee's been balling out. I don't know anything. I mean, Florida Atlantic, they played the first round. I can't remember against who. They played FDU, which again, FDU, tremendous first round win against Purdue.
Right.
But I mean, the fact that they're going to go from FDU to Tennessee, I think is going to be a shock.
Yeah.
I think they're prepared for it. And obviously you can coach them up and stuff, but just like not being able to go through a very tough, I mean, they barely won, but I mean, again, Tennessee's going to be a different animal.
Yeah, I agree.
So I got to go Tennessee there. And then we're going to rock K-State, Michigan State again. Yeah, K-State, they got to be my favorite on that one. Houston, Miami, Houston. I mean, that's a no-brainer, I think, for me. They're just playing balls out. Texas is who I have here. I love watching them play. I think they look really good.
They're fun.
They're one of my favorites to win the whole thing, so you'll see that here in a sec. Arkansas, UConn. I think Arkansas pulls that one out. UConn played great, and they haven't been really good in the tournament in a while. But I still think Arkansas.
They always make it to the tournament, though.
Arkansas just had, I want to say, tougher games. The Big
Better
12
competitors.
was really good this year.
Yeah.
The Big East is always a really big basketball conference, but I still think.
I mean, if you're looking at the Big 12, you're looking at schools over here,
yeah, you got K-State. You have Texas. You have Texas Tech, who even was impressive this year.
It's true.
You have. You just have teams that I think
KU's in the Big 12.
Yeah, Kansas. Who else? Oklahoma was good.
OSU, I heard, was really good.
Yes.
Had a solid defense. K-State was talking about how good their defense was in comparison to some of the defenses that they've seen in the tournament.
I think Arkansas, I think they definitely they've had a tough year because they were in a tough conference.
Right.
I think that's why they're placed 8th, but I still think they're battle tested.
Right.
So I'm going to give them the win there. And then Gonzaga, UCLA. I'm going to give it to Gonzaga because I like Drew Timme.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to see him do some stuff. Now over here we have, we're going to go right back to it. Gonzaga and Arkansas. Arkansas is going to pull that out.
I hope so.
Arkansas is going to pull that out, I think.
It's a beautiful way to hold a marker.
Thank you. It's my funky way. Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas. Texas is pulling that out. I think that's a for sure.
Texas against Houston.
Yeah, Texas is going to handle that. I think it's going to be very close. But I think Texas can do it. K-State and Tennessee. I have K-State winning that. Again, feel good story. I think they're going to ride off some of that. As much, you don't want to take away from it, but you definitely use it as a motivator.
Right.
And then Alabama, Creighton. I got Alabama. They look the most impressive to me. That kind of looks like the Alabama logo. So down here we have big old Alabama. We got K-State. We got Texas. Got Gonzaga. I have Texas beating Gonzaga. And I think their size and their athleticism is just insane. And I think that's gonna prove to be a big factor there.
Yeah.
And then again, I don't want to do a 2-1 in the final. I think K-State doesn't have enough to beat Bama. I love the feel good story.
Realistically,
they may be able to ride off that. They may be, but from what I've watched, I just
and the
don't.
size, man. K-State doesn't have. I don't think. If I'm wrong on this, I'm sorry, but I don't think they don't have the size that Alabama has. I mean, there aren't many guys on the team. I think over 6'8".
Yeah. I
need to fact check that, but.
And just watching Alabama play, they just looked so impressive, and there's a reason they're a 1 seed,
right?
So overall, I got to go home team. I'm going Texas.
Texas all the way.
Texas all the way.
Okay.
So you got K-State winning it all.
I got K-State winning,
and I got Texas. I think that's solid, and we're gonna see who's right. We're gonna calculate. We're gonna figure out a punishment for the least correct bracket that we have here.
I'm game. We'll have that next episode.
We'll figure that out one way or another. Something fun. Maybe we let the viewers decide. You guys comment and see, what kind of.
Yeah, if you have an idea for the loser, let us know what we should do.
Yeah, pie to the face or something embarrassing. Who knows?
Lightsaber circumcision.
Okay. I don't think you could cut off much more. But,
me either, bud. But we'll go with what you can.
Yeah. But yeah, I think just super, super exciting first couple of rounds.
I agree.
I think we're in store for a really, really, really fun and really just exciting Sweet 16, Elite 8, just all the way to the end. I think I haven't really been really into the March Madness tournament in the past couple of years. They've just kind of been a little lackadaisical for me.
Fair. I understand.
This year's exciting.
Yeah.
And it might be first year, really coming back from COVID, right. and just not having to worry about those outside things and worrying about your team being sick. It's just it feels like the first real year for me.
Right. No, I hear you.
And
no masks.
Yeah. And I just think man, I want to go. It's in Houston.
Is it really?
So
I didn't know that.
So that kind of plays a factor. If Houston makes it, they got a home game.
Yeah.
It's in Houston.
Oh, dude, that would be big home field advantage for sure.
Yeah. So
we should try and figure out a way to make our way onto one of those arenas.
I think we should head down there. I know the tickets are. I mean,
we could sneak in.
Might have to maybe. Could act like players.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the 3-point sharpshooter.
3-point sharpshooter. Don't you recognize me? I'm Luka Doncic.
Yeah, Luka Doncic. You let me in. I Luka.
I Luka.
Do you have hookah?
I'm his manager.
Yeah, I'm his manager. I'll show you right now. We got a hoop set up right now. I'll ball out.
Yeah.
Don't
dunk on me now.
I can't. My vertical in high school was a whopping 24 inches.
Oh, nice.
I was not impressive.
That's okay.
I dunked as a sophomore in practice.
Yeah.
Never in a game. Never. Hops wasn't for me. I think you have to have a lot of flexibility to jump high. I'm as stiff as a board.
I feel you.
From birth, my dad said as a toddler, he could hold me by my feet and I would just stand straight up like a 2x4. Yeah. So it's always been an issue. I try stretching.
That's funny.
But I just can't do it.
That's for most babies come out their heads wobbling all the way around. You're just stuck posture up.
I'm just like, hey.
It came out a man child.
Yeah.
It came out with a full blown beard, bud.
Yeah. Well, that's I would say let's hop into a quick beer review, huh?
Yeah.
We got another local favorite from
Dallas
favorite.
favorite.
You can find these in a lot of the breweries, a lot of the bar and grills.
Mm-hmm. Mom and pop liquor stores.
Yes.
Things like that.
Specs.
It was the first IPA that I ever heard of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's big. I lived in Paris, Texas for a while. There's a place called Jack's Burgers there. They serve it, and they serve a lot of the Deep Ellum stuff there too.
Okay.
But it's good. It's good. I like it. It's called the Dallas Blonde. So I'm gonna grab it real quick. We'll get a quick review.
Blonde.
We wouldn't be 2 beers and a mic if we didn't do a beer review.
Yeah.
And it is 11.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, it's 1. It's 1 p.m. now. So
Oh yeah, we're good.
There's yours.
Thank you.
All right. We would not be where we are if it weren't for Business Solutions Technology. That's for sure. They are sponsoring this here studio. Business Solutions Technology is your number one source for any kind of toner or printer needs.
All of it.
Hit them up at businesssolutionstechnology.net. Use promo code 2, the number 2, BEERS, 2 beers, for 20% off your first purchase. So thank you, Business Solutions, for promoting our pod and promoting our studio. So let's see here. Let's get a look here. So we got a real cute art. I know you love the art.
I do, man. Every time. I don't know what it is about these dang cans, but they are so cool.
I know. Their artist needs a raise, that's for sure. A little bit less alcohol by volume on this one. The other ones were about alcohol. A little bit less alcohol by volume. My goodness. 5.2% on this one.
Are all IPA cans like similar to this designing? Like very just, I don't even know what kind of, like street graffiti style?
They do get kind of funky.
Do they?
With what they do. Some are like Lagunitas is very, which is kind of like a widely known IPA, is very kind of basic. But a lot of like the hometown breweries, they love to throw their little flair on it.
For sure.
But I definitely love Deep Ellum's design stuff. They have a cool logo, and they can implement a lot of their stuff on their cans. So props to them for sure.
For sure.
And I don't even know if this is an IPA. It says loaded with citrus and floral hops. It's a golden balanced session ale. So it might not be a true IPA. It might be something different.
For all you IPA lovers, let us know if Dallas Blonde is considered a real IPA.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Even though we're a beer podcast, we should know that. But I guess we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're getting into it.
We love to have other people tell us what certain things are. So.
Yeah.
All right, for all you ASMRs out there. Foamy. Oh, you squirted on me a little bit.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, bud.
It's okay. It's all part of the fun.
Yeah.
If you were circumcised, you probably wouldn't.
I'd probably just splat.
It'd get
stuck.
It'd get stuck in its blockade. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Let's do it.
Pinkies.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You remember that being that good?
No.
No? I don't either. Because I've had Dallas Blonde before.
Yeah.
And it's always been like
a little bitter to me.
Yes, I agree. But
no, this is amazing.
Okay. Heck yeah. I love this.
I could actually drink that. Like consistently. That's good.
Yeah.
I thought for a second it was because of my Rogue pouch that it was giving it a little bit. Some of this beer off my mind.
So what would you rate it? 1 through 5.
1 through 5.
Quick rating.
Remember, rating.
3.2 was the last one.
I'm going to give that a 4.5.
4.5.
Dude, I'm telling you, I really liked that.
I'm going to give it, again, it's a little hop. So I'm going to give it a 4.2. No. We'll keep it. Yeah, we'll keep it. We'll keep it at a 4.5. I like 4.5. Is your mic working?
Yeah. No,
okay.
I was trying to blow it off. I thought I put it on mute, and I think I just blew into the mic.
That's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, guys.
We'll mute it for, we can do that. I can do that. I can fix that.
Sure.
We should be fine. Yeah. 4.5. Nicely done, Deep Ellum.
Yeah, very nice.
Another killer beer. We've been impressed with what you've given us so far. So we really appreciate, letting us review your beers. Yeah.
I really am. I'm surprised.
This kind of reminds me of a story. It's real quick. My grandpa, my mom told me this the other day. So my grandpa, doesn't drink beer a whole lot, but she remembers, him as like whenever he'd go mow the lawn or go do some like yard work or whatever, he would have a generic beer brand that he drank. And I didn't even know there was such thing as generic beer.
I was thinking about that earlier, if there was such thing as generic like alcohol.
And there is.
Okay.
Obviously, like people would consider like Costco brand alcohol to be generic.
I didn't know Costco had their own brand of alcohol.
Well, since we're in Texas, they have very strict alcohol in marketplace rules, so we don't get to see it. Well, my parents live in Arizona, and then so there and like New Mexico, they sell liquor in Costco.
That makes sense. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but he would get these generic cans, and they were this is literally what they look like, and I'll throw it up on the screen for the people watching. Watching the video, it was a white can with Arial black font that said beer, and it said 12 fluid ounces. That's it. And
nice.
she found this picture she was like showing me, and I was like, no way. And I was like, that's what he drank. And they were like, yeah. And so that got me thinking, what are some generic food items that you got, like that you buy in the store that you think are good, like as good or better than the OG main brand?
Okay. Ones that are better than the OG name, or as good or better than the OG,
or at least like like comparable.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna say Frosted Flakes. I love Frosted Flakes, but I also love what are they called? I think they're just called like sweet corn flakes or something like that, or it's like a Brookshire's brand.
They're called like Sugar Flakes.
Yeah, Sugar Flakes
or something like that.
Yeah, I think they taste just about the same.
Yeah.
Them, and then I would probably say bread. Any bread that
off-brand bread.
Off-brand bread. Like I feel tastes fine.
Like Great Value bread.
Yeah, white bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like how can you mess up white bread?
Right.
Yeah.
I just say that because that's the first thing that comes to mind. I eat a lot of sandwiches.
I think for the cereal wise, we used to buy these giant bags they're called Fruity Dino Bites, and they're the comparable to Fruity Pebbles. Yeah. And I think they were bomb. I was like, I don't see why would you pay at the time? I mean, I don't know how much it was, but why would you pay the same amount for, a set normal sized box? You could get, I mean, they sell those by like a freaking, they're like dog food bag fulls.
Really?
Yeah. And they're like the same price. And I was like,
dang,
why would you? I love those. Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though, you have anything else?
Yeah. Let me think.
Let me see if I can rattle off some generic food items. I don't think like the store brands of sodas are really that bad. Now, obviously, you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
But like when you're talking like Dr. Thunder.
Yeah.
Or
Dr. Thunder.
Or Dr. whatever. Goodwin, even. That's I can't remember who does Dr. Goodwin. I want to say that's the Olipop brand or whatever.
Okay.
They're not. I don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
TM. But I think they're comparable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be, if I got given the two, I could tell the difference, but I wouldn't hate the difference.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset at it.
Fruit snacks.
Yeah.
I like Fruity Smiles.
Yeah.
That's a Walmart brand.
Yeah.
Fruity Smiles. Now I'm a big Mott's guy when it comes to fruit snacks. Love me some Mott's.
Same.
But Fruity Smiles, they work.
Yeah.
They do well.
I agree.
You got anything else?
I did. I just had another one. And then I thought I lost it. I mean, nobody was really gonna eat them, but like saltines and like crackers,
I agree,
and things like that, like Ritz crackers. I don't know. Ritz crackers have their own sort of like taste to them.
Yeah, like buttery.
Yeah, buttery taste to them. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
I think Cheez-Its. You cannot buy,
or Goldfish.
You cannot buy generic. No, yeah, you cannot buy generic Cheez-Its and pass them off. Cheez-Its have to be Cheez-Its. Q-tips. Again, I might have had sensory issues as a child, but off-brand Q-tips, like Tate was in the store once, and she almost like picks them up. She's like, "These are cheaper," and I was like, "By like 20 cents." Yeah. I was like, "But have you ever stuck a generic Q-tip in your ear? It feels like
sticking a toothpick.
Feels like Satan's butthole." Like I don't know. Like I hate generic. Like you cannot buy generic Q-tips. You have to buy main brand Q-tips.
I would say pickles, man.
Ooh.
For pickle lovers, Kennedy is big on like it has to be kosher dill pickles.
Really?
Yeah,
Like the brand?
like the brand kosher.
They have a brand?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They what's called yeah, she will not get any other brand. It's so funny.
That is funny. Yeah. That's
think
about all I
that's
can
solid
think
one.
of.
Yeah,
off in and
y'all
out,
let us
but-
know if there's any food below that like you guys have tried that's been similar to the name brand stuff. That is a generic brand.
Yeah.
That you find favorable, or if there's
Because-
anything that sucks.
Yeah, because if we can get enough of you guys commenting down below of what generic food items, we might do an Elite 8 bracket
Yeah.
and see what like the best generic food brand would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would love to we'd love to do that. So comment down below what you guys think is the some of your favorite generic food brands.
Yeah.
But heck yeah, man.
Yeah, let
nice
us know.
pod.
Yeah, nice pod.
Nicely
We'll do it
done.
again here in a few days.
Yeah, man. I'll check you later.
See you later.